So, in this module number 3, solidification and non-porous metals used in foundry. So, last class lecturer we are discussing about the solidification variables. So, remaining part, so the progressive and directional solidification. So, what is progressive? We can see this is progressive and directional solidification. So, you can see this figure. So, here. So, this is a liquid metal. You can put it here. So, you can see this is line diagram clear, understand. So, the temperature distribution. Gradually, the temperature will be decreases here. So, it will come to here, this point H. So, the point A is the riser. Point A is the riser. So, the point B is the progressive solidification. Point B, this point. This is a progressive solidification. So, this is a point B to point C. So, the point B to point C, so it is a directional solidification. Horizontally, it is directional solidification. So, the point D, so this one is the solid metal hatching line. It shows that the already the liquid state converted into solid state. Point D. So, this is X, this one is a Y. So, a center line of this one, center line of this one. So, point D, sorry, point D is the solid metal. Point F, point F is the this one is a here, this is a point F is the, so this one liquid metal. It is not converted into solid to liquid state. So this is a progressive and directional solidification of the liquid metal. So next we can go for the same, this is directional solidification in the X direction. So progressive solidification in X and Y direction. Progressive and directional. There are two figures you can see. Solidification, directional and directional, progressive and directional solidification, it shows that. So you can see this figure. So this is a surrounding of this x-axis point here. So directional solidification is predominant in x direction. So here solidification, and this you can see this x. So progressive solidification occurs in almost at the same time in x and y direction. Same time in x and y direction. So you can see this figure clearly, understand. So this is x, this is x. So in this case, progressive solidification occurs in almost at the same time in x and y direction. So next is progressive solidification and directional solidification. So what is the major difference between these two? So in case of progressive solidification, the condition of a partially solid and partially liquid zones growing from outside to inward. Clearly understand? The condition of a partially solid and partially liquid zone growing from outside to inward is referred as progressive solidification. Clear? The condition of a partially solid and partially liquid zone growing from outside to inward, outside to inward. It is called as progressive solidification. That means the heat extraction occurs more or less at the same rate in all directions. The heat extraction occurs more or less at the same rate in all directions. The solidification takes place equally in all directions. So this is it is called as progressive solidification. But in directional solidification, the directional solidification, which is made to occur in a particular direction, it is made to occur in a particular direction, is called directional solidification. This is a major difference between progressive and directional solidification. In case of directional solidification, The condition of partially solid and partially liquid zones outside to inward, growing from outside to inward, it is called as progressive solidification. But in case of directional solidification, which made to occur in a particular direction is called directional solidification. The heat extraction in predominantly in one direction and hence solidification take place. Okay, so condition you can it is a key point. It is a important point. Solidification starts from one end to one end and progressive towards the other. Solidification starts from one end and progressive towards the other other other. Normally, the solidification should progressive towards the riser end. That is very important. Normally, solidification should be progressed toward the riser end. Solidification starts from one end and progressive towards the other. Normally, solidification should progress towards the riser end. It is a very important. This one is a very important. Okay. So next we can go for need of direction. Why it is required for the directional solidification? So there are two important points we can remember. So for easy control of shrinkage, there is a shrinkage defect, elimination of the shrinkage. That's why the direction solidification is very important role at the time of solidification. It is very important for easy to control the shrinkage defect in the component or elimination of the shrinkage defect. So that's why the directional solidification is very important role. Second important point for the directional solidification necessity for this one need of directional solidification, it helps to efficient feeding of the casting. It is helps to efficient supply. Feeding means it is a supply of the molten metal. Supply, feeding of the casting by the riser, thereby structure and properties can be controlled. Suppose these 2 points are very important, that's why it is a need of directional solidification. The first point, easy to control the shrinkage defect or elimination of the shrinkage defect in the component or casting part. Second one is it helps to efficient feeding from the liquid metal flowing easily. So it helps to efficient feeding of a casting by the riser, thereby structure and properties can be controlled. The directional solidification is properly maintained. So different methods, next point. So methods of achieving the directional solidification. So methods achieving directional solidification. In order to get sound casting means it is very good component. There is no defect at all. In order to get a sound casting defects free, there is another name it is called as a sound casting means defect free, or there is no defect on that component or cast part. So directional solidification is prepared. Directional is prepared. There is no defect in the component. There is no defect free or sound casting or good casting. So that's why the directional solidification is prepared. So following methods used to achieve the directional solidification. Important six important points to achieve the directional solidification. The following methods are used to achieve the directional solidification. The first important point is by providing riser to the casting. By providing riser. Okay. Second one, by providing the insulating material. This is very important. By providing the insulating material. By providing the chills. By padding the casting. Using exothermic compounds. Using arc over the riser. These are the very important. These are the six important points. So you can following used to achieve the directional solidification is. So next we can go for the next part by providing the riser to the casting. Riser are to provide in the casting to take care of the shrinkage of the metal. By providing the riser to the casting, what is the function of the riser? Before already we have studied. What is the function of the riser? What is the function of the vent hole? What is the function of the runner, gutter, screw basin? Already you have studied in module number 1. Last lecture we have studied. So the main function of the riser, there are two important points you can remember. So first one is the main function of the riser, the completely filled or not cavity. The cavity means that is according to the drawing you have to prepare the cavity in the mold box. So it is ensure that the completely filled or not, that indicates once the cavity is completely filled with liquid metal and liquid metal close to the riser. Riser is one you can see that. So once the liquid metal is fill the riser, that indicates that the cavity of the mold box of the cavity completely filled. Second important, which is very important function of the riser, at the time of solidification to shrink the molten metal, small quantity of the molten metal shrink. So at that time, the small amount of molten metal is required for the component and supplied to the riser to the cavity. Supplied to the riser to the cavity. Just like it is called as a riser, under name it is called as a liquid metal storage tank or reservoir. Liquid metal storage tank or reservoir. At the time of solidification, small amount of metal shrink. So small quantity amount metal is required for the cavity and supply from riser to the cavity and to shrinkage riser. This is a just like a liquid metal storage tank or reservoir. So these are the two important points for the functions of the risers. One is to ensure that the completely filled or not cavity. Once the liquid metal is comes in riser, that indicates that the cavity is completely filled with the liquid metal. Second one is at the time of solidification to shrink the molten metal, small quantity of liquid metal is required for the cavity and supply from riser to the cavity. So these are the mainly two important points, the main function of the riser. So you can see this figure. So clear understand use of riser. So here the hot spot, this one is a liquid, this is a solid. So without riser you can defect this one. You can see shrinkage defect, shrinkage. Clear this point. So next one is a sound casting. There is no defect at all. Riser will be there. Shrinkage will be supplied to here. This is a good casting or good component. Some defects will be occurs in first and second. Without riser, the defect will occur here. So here the liquid and solid, the hot spot will be provided. These are the defects. So here, use of riser, using of the riser. So this is the starting, this is the end. So here, use of riser, using the riser properly, there is no defect in the component. Completely, riser, there is no defect at all. Risers are providing in the casting to take the care of shrinkage of the metal. There is no defect in this component. So next we can go for by providing the insulating material. Why it is providing? What is the necessity for providing the insulating material? So the main concept is riser can be made more efficient to keep the top of the riser from the freezing. That keeps the molten metal more hot compared to the freezing metal. This is done by the use of certain insulating material which are placed around the riser. Okay. So see this figure. Riser means just like it is a storage liquid metal or reservoir. Temperature, liquid metal temperature should not decrease. Same you have to maintain. That's why the providing the insulating material at the top. So it will take 30 minutes. You can put a molten metal in the this one sprue or runner and come to here and completely can feel that the liquid metal goes to the riser. So this is the only the providing the insulating material in the riser because of the temperature maintained. Suppose say aluminium 700 centigrade we have to maintain in this tube, but it is already this is a component freezing solidification taking place. Slowly can solidification taking place at room temperature. So at the time of shrinkage and supply from riser to the cast part or cavity, small amount of metal is required and supply from here to here. The heat temperature will be maintained in this riser. That's why the insulating material used insulating material used in the this one providing insulating material in the riser temperature maintain purpose. Clear this point. So the providing the insulating material. Next it will come in temperature maintaining purpose. Some electric methods are used. So providing the chills. So there are two important types of chills. One is the internal chills and the other is a external chills. So why it is chills are normally, chills are a normally metal. Chills means it is normally metal insert which are placed at appropriate location. Chills are normally metal insert which are placed at appropriate locations. In the mode to speed up or accelerate the solidification of a particular portion of the casting. Clear right? Chills are a normally metal inserts which are placed at appropriate location in the mold to speed up the to speed or increase, accelerate the solidification. That's why this is the main concept. Why it is used chills? What is the need of chills? The main concept is normally metal piece which are placed at appropriate location. First thing. Second point. Third point is what is the use of that? The mold to speed up or accelerate the solidification of a particular portion of the casting. That's why chills are used. The chills promotes the both progressive and directional solidification. Okay. So chills when it is extract heat from the casting. Chills the main function of the chills is and the extract from the casting. Chills when it is extract heat from the casting at a fast rate. Short time you can extract the heat from the casting. Use of chills becomes necessary when it is not possible to locate a riser on the casting. Clear this point. The main concept of providing the chills is so to speed up or accelerate the solidification of a particular portion of the casting. Okay, the main concept. So chills becomes necessary when it is not possible to locate riser on the casting. Chills when it is extracted heat from the casting in the fast rate. That's why chills are used. So chills there are two important methods. One is a external chills and internal chills. So external chills means so you can see. So this is a cavity. The outside of the cavity, this one chills is provided here. This is a side. So this is a mold box. This is a cast pot. Actually component required. Surrounding of this sand particles. So this one is chills. This is externally. Internal chills you can show that this is a zigzag manner. This one is a internal chills. This one is a external chills. You can see here. So this is a external chills. So this one is a internal chills. There are two important types. The main concept is the speed up or accelerate the solidification particular portion of the casting. The main concept chills are used in the provided in the chills is speed up or accelerate the solidification of the particular portion of the casting. That's why the chills is very important role. Okay, chills is extract heat from the casting at fast rate. Second function, chills when it is extract heat from the casting at a fast rate. Use of chills becomes necessary when it is not possible to locate a reservoir on the casting. This is about the providing the chills. So next we can go for by cladding system. Cladding system of the casting. Extra metal is provided in the casting to get a directional solidification. These extra portions are cut off after solidification. Extra material, why it is provided padding? The extra material is provided in the casting to get a directional solidification purpose. These extra portions are cut after solidification to cut the extra material after solidification. Simple this is. Padding system is very essential for the process. This is very important. Use of exothermic compounds. So you can see the figure. Exothermic compounds which are employed to achieve the directional solidification casting. Exothermic compound which are employed to achieve the directional solidification in the casting. So compounds are carbonous material such as example you can take a graphite powder or charcoal or rice hull or auto hulls are used to provide the additional heat from the exothermic reaction. It is very simple mechanism. So the use of exothermic compounds which are employed to achieve the directional solidification. That's why the exothermic compounds are used. So compounds, example for graphite powder we can use or charcoal powder we can use, rice hull or auto hull are used to provide additional heat from the exothermic reaction, casting, riser and exothermic compounds. So this is a very important role. So next one you can go for exothermic. After that, using an electric arc over the riser. That's very important because of maintain the temperature. Suppose aluminium 650 to 750 700 centigrade is temperature at the required. So you have to maintain the temperature at least in half an hour. That's why using the electric arc over the riser because of maintaining the temperature. So it will take half an hour. Put a molten metal in the cavity. Half an hour you can take slowly solidification. But here riser, whatever material stored in this riser, so you have to maintain the temperature 650 to 700 centigrade because of to require at the time of shrinkaging, at the time of solidification to shrink the molten metal, and small quantity of molten metal is required supply from this riser to the cavity. That's why the main thing is a insulating material and exothermic reaction and heater is very important. So maintain the temperature. That's why using an electric arc over the riser. So the necessity for electric circuit is formed between the riser and the electrode as shown in figure. This one figure you can see that. So after completing filling the mold, after completing fill up the mold, filling the mold, an arc is initiated in the riser metal of the casting. This will keep the molten metal in the riser hotter. Hotter means the temperature will be maintained for a longer duration of time. That's why using electric arc over the riser. Thus, the casting shrinkages is taken care of. The main concept is that a small amount of liquid metal is required at the time of solidification to supply the liquid metal from riser to the cavity or cast part. That's why temperature maintaining purpose, the using electric arc over the riser. This is a very concept. It is very important role. So maintain the temperature purpose. So electric arc over the riser it is very important. After 1 hour, 2 hour at room temperature, so shrinkage allowances is controlled zero. Then you can off it. Then that is the main function. The main function of the riser, liquid metal supply from the reservoir or riser to the cavity and the time of solidification to shrink the molten metal. At a single metal, small quantity metal, liquid metal is required, supply from riser to the cavity. This is the main concept. That's why temperature is maintained purpose using electric arc over the riser. Temperature maintaining purpose 650 to 700 centigrade. So with the help of this electric arc over riser, the temperature will be maintained in this riser. That's why the circuit diagram you can see that the current will be supplied here, electric arc, the temperature will be maintained. This is the main concept of the this one using an electric arc over the riser. The main thing is you can see this will keep the molten metal in the riser hotter. The temperature should not decrease. Hotter means the temperature maintained. That purpose electric arc over riser hotter for longer duration of the time. Longer duration of the time means 1 hour or 1.5 hour or 45 minutes, but depending on that alloy material, depending on the metal, whether it is ferrous metal or non-ferrous metal. So the whatever it may be. So there is a on that basis. So you have to maintain the temperature at least on 45 minutes. Then maintain the temperature. After that, you can switch off the circuit. Clear this point. This is using an electric arc over the riser.